Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, Let Her Create, where I share with you tips, tricks, and creative things that I do and have learned along the way. Today's video isn't anything new. It's a remake of a video that I've already done. It is adding the white outline around your digital elements in Affinity Designer. Now, the reason for the revamp of the video was because it was in my new to YouTube and video editing days. And I had no idea that I was supposed to shrink the screen so you could see the dialog box that I was talking about in the bottom of, or at the bottom of the Affinity window. So I just wanted to re-upload a revamped video. I will link the two videos together in the description boxes so you can see the first version with the JPEG and PNG file import, as well as this one, so you can see the actual dialog box at the bottom. So like I said, I just wanted to revamp this. A couple of people pointed it out to me, and then I had some questions about how the whole thing worked. So like I said, I just wanted to re-upload and address those issues that some people were having with that video, and apologize, and for not knowing better. But you can't be apologetic for something you really didn't know, because now you know it's what you didn't know that got you. So anyway, here on the screen I have my digital Glitz Glam sticker set that is in my Etsy shop. If you're interested, I'll drop a link in the description box below so you can go and look at it. I'm not going to keep the white outline on these stickers because I kind of like them the way they were, and I didn't really think that they needed it. But rather than going through the whole tutorial again, I just picked some stickers that didn't have an outline that I could show you really quick. So none of these stickers have an outline on them. They're just straight the way they are. The stickers don't even have a stroke. So if we go to our color menu, you see it has a fill, but it doesn't have a stroke. I'm going to pick a thicker sticker or a thicker word text so you can see what happens and what the difference is, and why you don't just want to add a stroke around each of your elements. So I'm going to turn on my stroke wheel, my stroke menu, and see how it has a nice outline around. It looks good. It looks crisp. It's clean. I'm liking it. But when I go to increase the width of my stroke, it goes cattywampus and haywire, because it is adding a stroke to each of the letters individually and not treating them as a group. And as you can also see, the stroke is eating up the fill of the word boss. It's eating up the green, and that's not what I want. So that's why I don't use just the add a stroke unless it's a solid shape or something like that, where it won't necessarily be affected. But even still, since Affinity has added an outline menu for me to use, an outline effect, I'm not even going to worry with adding the stroke. So I'm just going to turn that back off, go back to my color menu, and turn off that stroke feature, just because I don't want to have any unpleasant accidents, or I don't want to have to worry about what has affected that design. But what I will do is turn on the effects menu. So I'm going to click it, and my word is selected, because another question that I had from that video was that they couldn't see the selection box around it. And the reason for that is because they want you to see in real time how your effect is working with the item that you're working on. If like that makes sense. I know it was a lot of words right there, but it's, again, like I said, the selection box around is going to turn off. Trust and believe and know that the word is still selected, and that's what I'm working on. So I'm going to turn it on. And because I kind of fiddled with this before I created this video, it's already on and it has an effect on it. So it's on, but at the bottom of the screen, see how that dialog box did not change. It still has add to selection, select under, select inside, about center, and things like that. What you want to do to change your menu is click the actual word. I don't know why that is, but it just is the way that it is. So, and I guess it kind of helps with making sure you know what you're doing and the steps that you're taking. So that is how that option works. Now I'm going to decrease this. I'm going to turn off the pixel radius. I'm going to turn it back to 0. So that's what happens. When you open this dialog box and you haven't been twiddling with it before, like I have been, the color typically starts out as black. You can work with it being black and then you can change it later. You have different options in this outline dialog box. You can change the blend mode. You can change the opacity. You can adjust the radius, and that's what gives you the rim or that white edge. You can change the alignment, the fill style, and the color. So I like my settings here. I typically use the color wheel to change the color just so I can see and kind of go exactly where I want to go with my color. If I know the hex code, I will use the hex code. If I know any of the color codes, I will typically go to those menus and type in those colors. But because I want white, I know what the hex code is, and I know I can just easily go to it on the color wheel. But what I do want to change to give me the effect that I'm looking for is that color radius. Now, you can click with your pen and adjust your color radius by simply sliding your pencil up and down. So you see it is at 0, and I am holding and dragging my word or my radius to a position that I like. So I like it right there. I don't necessarily have to have the O filled in, but if I wanted to fill it in, I would just add a circle behind it, because as I'm changing the radius, it's affecting the outside, and that's not something I don't care to do, because I just want to make sure the S is filled in and the B. So I'm going to go to where it is comfortable for me, and my pen tip is kind of sticking because I have a rubber grip on to not affect my screen. So I have it settled here at 14%. I like that, and that's where I'm going to leave it. Now, as you're creating your elements, you can pick whatever radius you want. You can make whatever changes you want, and that is what works for you. Now, to get out of the menu, so I'm not continually making adjustments, because working in Affinity on the iPad, it sometimes can be a little tricky, especially if you don't click out of your menus. I'm going to click out, and I'm going to turn that menu off, and I'm going to go and hit my selection button. So now I have just the word selected. You see how it doesn't select the effect of the outside, because that's not what's selected. I've just added that layer effect to it, and it's still treating the word boss like it's individual and by itself. So that is an update to creating an a white outline around your images, words, text, or whatever other things you import or have in Affinity Designer. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you like my content, please like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate it, and it shows me that someone is getting benefit and value from the videos that I post. Until the next video, have a great day. Happy creating, and hey, just get to it. Thank you. Bye-bye.